enough. You have to be able to be teachable every day, learn something new every day, because look at how fast the marketplace is changing. If you look at the marketplace 10 years ago, we're looking at like legacy and veteran jobs. So you are either a lawyer, a doctor, or a teacher. But now the job portfolios have changed. It's no longer important to be a lawyer. It's what does your knowledge in the law help solve the community problem? So I think that if you're looking for skills to be teachable, you have to open yourself up to be teachable every day on something new. But also you have to be predictable, say this is what's happening in the marketplace, this is how different it's shaping, and educate yourself for those changes. There's a lot of work, for example, currently that will eliminate or exclude a lot of us based off of what we don't know. For example, if you're unable to code, just basically write in computer language, it'll be very hard for you to be in the marketplace 10 years from now, because a lot of work will be done through coding language. If you're unable to be teachable, for example, it'll be hard for you to learn the new trends that are happening in the job space, in the marketplace. But also, I always tell people, in your interaction with the marketplace, let it be a two-way. You're interacting with the marketplace and it's shaping you, but you should also shape the way the marketplace looks. So if you take on a job, how different are you doing it so that the people that come after you say, oh, this is how this job has been done before, and it's been done in such a good way, so I want to build on that. So you kind of have to do something in the marketplace that leaves behind a legacy. And that builds for you a good fortune and also builds for you a good name. And if there's anything I've learned in the marketplace, it's a good name can open as many doors as you want. Even if you want to shift your career into another world, part of what will help you shift is how good of a name you've made in the marketplace. So be open, remain teachable, learn about the new trends that are happening, but also be yourself, apply yourself. Don't allow the marketplace to apply itself to you. Apply yourself to the marketplace, and that could be different. The other way to look at it is like the future of work. We're talking about marketplace like as though we will have these 9 to 5 jobs in the coming 10 years. It's very likely that we won't. A lot of the world is moving towards what we call a gig economy. Someone will hire you for 1 hour to do something that they want to solve. So they won't hire you for, say, 3 years and give you a contract. Someone will hire you for 3 months. So you have to be alive to the fact that we're getting into a gig economy, and train, retool, and skill yourself for that. But also, very finally, is build a network. Everyone that you meet, strive at the very least to be friends with them. Strive to understand them. Strive to build networks that are beyond your understanding. It's not important that you have friends only around. It's good to have a circle, but in the marketplace, widen your circle. Speak to many people. If you're working in a company of, I work in a company of, say, we're close to 2,000 employees. And it's always for me like a learning experience. Every time we have like group meetings, I strive to learn something new. I sit sometimes with the newspaper circulation team, and I learn something new about how papers are circulated. Sometimes I sit with our techies and I learn something new about how our website operates. But that kind of knowledge then allows me to be able to make decisions that would influence the workplace in a better way. So strive to have a network of people that's beyond your scope of understanding, that's beyond your scope of learning. And please make friends outside of your geographical region. Guys, you can't be Ugandan and all your friends are Ugandan. Like, widen your scope. Have friends from Kenya, have friends from Namibia, have friends from the UK, have friends from Poland. This kind of interactivity with friends from elsewhere exposes you to trends in those markets, but also exposes you to different thought patterns. And the one thing about making good decisions is if you have a great deal of information, you're able to make good decisions. If you have very little, a scope of information is very limited, then you can't make good decisions. So those would be the things that I'd give you as sort of tips. But of course, they're not gospel truths. You can as well unbound them and start afresh.
Thank you so much. That is very interesting, and it's wisdom itself. Really, I for one believe that if we are to reach somewhere, we need networking and it needs a lot of work, just like you have said. But I would like to have the questions from the audience first. Is there anyone with a question for Mr. Raymond? All right, let's first have Mr. Brian say something about this the skills that he thinks we should attain in the journey as we are trying to beat the competition in the job market to be on a safer side.
All right. Yeah, that's a very, very good question. I'll just say it this way.